Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Drew. Want to hit you guys with an early morning stream today. I was just kind of perusing the news and I saw something that piqued my interest, and it goes right with my theme for 2023 is make conspiracy schizo again. It's gotten too watered down, too safe for work. We got to get it back to the crazy stuff, man. So what I saw was this thing. I've never heard of this actually, which it always is interesting to me when I find something I've never heard of, because I feel like I've looked at so much stuff. What's up, Tricky Woo? So this must be kind of like the English version of the Max Headroom TV interruption. So there's something called the Southern Television Broadcast Interruption that happened on November 26, 1977, South England. It's really rare, I feel like, that at least when there's something I've at least like not heard of a little bit, at least, or kind of came across in passing. And so I found the clip. I'm gonna play the clip. It's like 6 minutes. And the reason I wanted to go so early is, and I'm using the StreamYard, so I wanted to see if there's anyone that wanted to call in that doesn't normally get the chance. We usually do these panel type things or whatever real late at night. So maybe there's someone on the other side of the pond or whatever. You're only available in the morning. So if someone wanted to call in, I'm going to drop the StreamYard link, but I'm going to play this whole video first, which is about 6 minutes. So if you don't mind waiting backstage or whatever, or just wait until this is done, I'm going to put the link in, and then you can join in a minute if you got anything to say. But so this is the recording of the video. So let me just play this, and I'm gonna drop out here for a second, and I guess we'll just check it out, talk about it when it's done.
The Rhodesian nationalist leader, Bishop Abel Muzorewa, has accepted Mr. Smith's offer to negotiate an internal settlement based on one man, one vote. But, he says, there are conditions. These include stopping the execution of all captured prisoners of war, allowing Europe to take part in negotiations, being arrested. In Australia, Mr. Kerry Packer's cricketers are still pleading yesterday's High Court decision, which didn't ban on them playing in Test matches.
This is the voice of Allah, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Commander, speaking to you. For many years you have seen us as lights in the skies. We speak to you now to share with you as we have done to your brothers and sisters all over this, your planet Earth. We come to warn you of the destiny of your race and your world, so that you may communicate to your fellow beings the course you must take to avoid the disaster which threatens your world and the beings on other worlds around you. This is in order that you may share in the great awakening as the planet passes into a new age of Aquarius. The new age will be a time of great peace and evolution for your race, but only your rulers are made aware of the persons that can overshadow their judgments. Be still, Noah. and or your chance may not come again. All your weapons of evil must be removed. The time for conflict is now past, and the race of which you are a part may proceed to the higher stages of its evolution if you show yourselves worthy to do this. You have but a short time to learn to live together in peace and goodwill. Small groups all over the planet are learning this, and exist to pass on the light of the dawning new age to you all. You are free to accept the teachings
this
of
wide.
those who learn to
Many go as wide as
pass
this.
into the
Then they run out.
spiritual evolution. Here now, the voice of Rilon, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you. Be aware also that there are many false prophets and guides operating on your world. They will suck your energy from you, the energy you call money, and will put it to evil ends, giving you worthless costs in return. Your divine self will protect you from this. You must learn to be sensitive to the voice within you that can tell you what is true and what is learn to listen to the voice of truth which is within you.
Such a
Lead yourself. This is our message.
I really appreciate your help. Understand that we can't think. I insist so delicious, full of only really choice ingredients. I can.
Cats have 9 lives.
Well, that's
Have no fears. Keep on to know yourself and discover with the ways of your planet Earth. Bring up the Ashtar Galactic Command to your attention. We are now leaving the stage of your existence. May you be blessed by the supreme love and truth of the gods.
So I think that's pretty much it. But that was Vrillion from the Ashtar Galactic Command. He broke into a broadcast 45 years ago to tell you need to. He told you some basic bitch yoga mom shit. You need to get in line with your true self and in harmony with the world. Give up your guns. And the age of Aquarius is near. Now that makes me wonder who the hell does some shit like this. Like, who are the people behind this? I don't believe this to be authentic. If there's alien that wanted to communicate, I'm sure they had a better way with their superior technology than they could barely hack into a broadcast. So it's some hippie or something. You can kind of hear the warble in the voice. There's some kind of effect to make it sound like that. Real low energy, motherfucker. He said, I am Vrillion of the Ashtar Command. I mean, you'd think aliens would be a little more hype, right? Like, they'd be like, they're like, let's go. We're going to talk to these humans. Let's fucking go. And they wouldn't be sending that guy. Monotone motherfucker. But yeah, Fat Elvis says, if aliens exist, it's probably a Dark Forces scenario going on. Y'all ever heard of that book, Dark Forces? I've never heard of that. I do have that link pinned in the chat if anyone wanted to chop it up that doesn't normally get the chance to come into these panels or anything. I am still keeping my eye on my Joe Biden prediction that he's gonna somehow be incapacitated, maybe dead, who knows. But my prediction is you'll see Kamala Harris be the president of the United States on 3/8, which is International Women's Day. So, even if it's only like for a short time, maybe it's for a few days or a few weeks, but so I wanted to kind of look up Joe Biden and see what the narrative they're painting with him right now in the news is today. Since I got y'all here, you got to pay your rent tomorrow. Y'all better pay your rent. They're still talking student debt relief from Biden. They're talking about today in the news about him. That's trending today. Actually, the last few days, it looks like, is they're already talking about he's going to run again in 2024. Now, isn't this dude like 80 years old? So, I mean, I guess he could still run again, but it just, to me, it makes it seem like they want you to think, he's in really great health because they're going to pull the rug on him. I'm hoping, man. You want to win the internet?
Arlette Saenz,
You got to swing for the fences if you want to win the internet.
on her recent 5-day tour, addressed.
And I hate those CNN clips. You cannot turn it down. The other thing that, let me see this quick before I move on. This was that Southern television broadcast interruption that I played, the Verlon from the Ashtar Galactic Command. Wanted to see if, since I've never heard of this, was anyone ever like suspected of it over there? Some call him Gillon, Verlon, Astron. Came on right before Looney Tunes. Here's talking about the age of Aquarius. Let's see if there's any kind of what was that? I just heard something beep. In the 1999 episode of children's television series It's a Mystery, featured the event produced by one of Southern's successors. So it's a thing over there that ufologists, I guess, have been aware of, but it doesn't really say here anyone that would be like a suspect or anything. Like, I'm pretty sure in the Max Headroom broadcast signal interruption, there's at least there's a few prime suspects. But here they're gonna LARP like it's real or something. I should play the Max Headroom interruption. That's always a classic. I know you guys have seen it though. Oh, there it is right there. Max Headroom incident. Gotta play it, I guess, since I'm on here. It's only a few minutes. And if you're not aware of this one, I'm sure you guys have all heard of it, everyone in here, but if someone's watching it later, it was in Chicago. There was like a TV interruption of this guy wearing a Max Headroom mask. So some of you people might not even know who Max Headroom is. It was just, I think it's been so long. I don't know if it was its own thing first. This thing, it was like a CGI, an early CGI, like cartoon type thing. I'm not sure if it was its own thing and then later it became like a Pepsi sponsor, or it might have started with Pepsi. Yeah, dude, like glitch out. So that's basically who that dude is, way before like Chat GPT and all this other stuff. That was kind of the precursor of that in the mid 80s. But this is the intrusion where they broke into the signal in Chicago, and supposedly they don't know who it is. And there are like what do you call it? Suspects, at least, though, on this one. Come on. Here we go. My bad. I just messed that up. I fucked it up, man. I I wasn't showing the screen. It's for a while. So I was trying to show you the max headroom originally. Damn it. But it's okay. We'll just start from the beginning. You only missed a little bit. So this was the regular TV show playing. Yeah, I was trying to show you the original max headroom too. But this was the show that was playing, and then you'll see it just gets interrupted.
You should hook up with the old ones of your tribe. That is the only way to learn.
I'll get you a hot drink, miss.
Some dry clothes.
It's getting spicy here this morning here.
As far as I can tell, a massive electric shock. He died instantly.
Shout out to Benton. And that was yeah, so that was on 11/22/1987, this where the signal was broken into. And let me show you guys this real quick, because I was trying to show it before, but I messed up. I didn't realize it was not showing. One second.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy my film.
Warum haben die Deutschen so
Eine Hartlecker, Sprache?
das Nütze war in einem deutschen Restaurant?
So that was the original Max Headroom. Not too much to show really, but just like a CGI dude, way before everyone's familiar with that type of stuff. Very early on. And this is famous, and it's been covered all over the internet. So that's what that excuse me, that's what that other one, whoa, buttocks. When I went over buttocks, it showed that. Exposed buttocks. In case you don't know what a buttocks is, you can click that link on Wikipedia. So it says the broadcast intrusion was achieved by sending more powerful microwave transmission to the station's broadcast towers than the stations were sending themselves. No one has claimed responsibility. Speculation and his co-conspirators have centered on theories that it was a prank or an inside job by a disgruntled employee of WGN or carried out by members of Chicago's underground hacker community. And that's in Chicago, right around there. You have Fermilab and all that other stuff out there. Like you have tons of the top like scientists and stuff out there still to this day, right? So it says, however, despite an official law enforcement investigation and many unofficial investigations, the hijackers remain a mystery. There was a guy on Reddit that said, which is funny though, that this video intrusion is just obviously it's a prank or something, right? But then on that other one, the first one I showed, there was like nothing with the official story about it of it being a prank or some kind of pirating or whatever. They want They just, again, it comes down to I want to believe. I want to believe that this is a galactic commander calling in or whatever. Bushwhacking history. Benton's gifting them memberships. Appreciate you. Was a guy on Reddit though that had a thread that thought he knew who the Max Headroom incident is. I want to go back to that, just see what they're saying about Biden too for my Biden prediction. But 1 second while I'm on this, and I'm treading water here, man. I'm trying to see if anyone wanted to call in that doesn't normally get the chance. The link is pinned. You don't need any kind of download any app or anything like that. You just click the link. Oh, it said so. I haven't looked at this for a while. So this was posted 12 years ago, and this person had a bunch of reasons why they thought these people might have been involved with that Max Headroom incident. But now he updated it, and it says, after 4 years, I'm happy to say that the two individuals mentioned in the article have been formally excluded as suspects. We've decided to leave the story here for those who have an interest in reading the case background. So these people here, I was familiar with this kind of story that maybe these are suspects, but apparently now they've been ruled out. Yeah, 35 years ago for that one. Here's a Reddit. Oh, it's deleted. Somebody claimed they were responsible for that. Yeah, that's probably not true. Why would you ever admit to that? You're going to have the FCC breathing down your ass. The reality is, let's say it's real, that they don't know who did it. I'm sure they were able to figure it out very quickly, and they probably handled it very quickly and silently and just said whoever that person was, they probably knew that was a person of a high skill level hacker and kind of brought him into the fold of their own little federal agency or whatever. It would be my guess. You work for us now, or we're going to give you all these charges, or work for us, and no charges. So what choice would you have at that point? All right, let me go back here and look into this Biden thing real quick. Now, I'm predicting he's going to go down with my prediction is an aneurysm. It could be really anything, but due to the Joe versus the volcano thing, I'm going to say aneurysm with the ballooning of the veins or whatever, arteries in his brain. Now it says that he's trying to ban TikTok. Isn't that what Trump was trying to do? Oh, you can. It's not trying to ban it, but he's trying to have it so it's not on any federal devices. Now, is this a reverso here? This this newscaster? Wow. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. Wow. Yeah, these newscasters look so weird, especially when you don't watch it for a long time, and then especially when you watch it with the sound off. You're no longer under the trance anymore. What's up, Benton? You gonna save me? You gonna save me, Benton? I'm floundering here. Somebody come up in the panel. The other thing I saw was the guy's name was Tom Sizemore. So I was predicting this, and then I didn't even know that. When you typed in aneurysm, there was a trending story about this guy named Tom Sizemore, and he was from the movie Saving Private Ryan. Oh man, look at, they don't let you do this with ad blocker no more. Look at this. Damn, these stations are haters now. You can't even come in there. So now they're saying there's no further hope. So if my prediction's right, they want to get you this and think that the aneurysm is a surefire death thing. And but the other half of my prediction, there's many parts of the prediction. The main and only part I want to kind of stick to is that Kamala will be president on 3/8, International Women's Day. Looking at 3/8 from all those 38s as a date. 38 in the Super Bowl, 38-year record broken in the NBA by LeBron, who's or he's 38 years old and he scored 38th point to break that record and all that. I started looking at 3-8 as they're trying to forecast you some date 33 years from the day that Joe versus the Volcano was released and Tom Hanks was at Joe Biden's inauguration. So then this guy was in the Tom Hanks movie Saving Private Ryan, and just recently he had a brain aneurysm. But now they're basically putting him on life support or whatever he's done. It says the family says they are deciding end of life matters. He suffered a brain aneurysm earlier in the month. And look at it, they show Tom Hanks right here in the middle. So he was Sergeant Horvath in Saving Private Ryan. He was also in Pearl Harbor, Heat, and True Romance. When I originally talked, there's been he was in Twin Peaks too, and Cobra Kai. He suffered a brain aneurysm on February 18th. Okay, when I originally talked about this, I think I forgot to mention. Well, originally I talked about it on EBT stream, which is down now. So then, oh, I didn't see you guys in here. My bad. It didn't beep. It didn't tell me you guys were in here.
Oh yeah, I'm here now. Is that Croco?
Yeah.
What up?
Right on. Yeah, shout out to Jack Scagnetti, by the way, Tom Sizemore. My favorite movie, Natural Born Killers, Scagnetti on Scagnetti.
What's good?
What's happening?
Some heavy hitters in the house. What's up?
I don't know.
I saw Ben last night fucking about to go to fisticuffs with EBT late night.
We worked it out. We're
What
friends
happened?
again.
I missed that. Ben streams so long, it's like you can't even keep up with the drama.
Like, I woke up.
Go ahead,
I was like,
Croco.
why am I even going to click on this? I just see them going at it. I'm like, all right, I'm going back to bed.
They were yelling at each other or what?
Well, nah, EBT wasn't on. They were just going back and forth.
I autistically screeched solo for about an hour and 45 minutes. I yelled at the chat for about an hour and 45, but we worked it out eventually. Oh, and initially I allowed myself to be triggered by a Provo kid, and eventually I just let him have the stream. I just dropped off, and he fucking soloed it for about 20 minutes.
What was he talking about, Provo?
Oh fuck, I don't even remember. It's all a blur, man. This dude, I just get bleary eyed at a certain point. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, these panels kind of all blend together. They're just going all day, every day.
Panels are dead.
The panels ain't even started yet. What are you talking about, dude? It just started. Barely getting off the ground.
Shout out to Illumitami. He calls them Zoom calls, which I like. That's ultimately what it is. It's a Zoom call. Shout out to Croco's
Dude,
front
that's
door,
funny.
by the way. Yeah.
That's funny you said that because of Drew's. I think Joe Biden's already dead, but if he's not dead, he did this interview the other day, like where. Remember the one where they came up on him and his like hand goes through the camera? It was kind of like one of those. I sent it to you on Discord, but they're asking him about what's going on in Ohio and why he didn't go and all this stuff. And he's just like, he's so incoherent, like can't get a sentence out, doesn't know like what's going on. Like he's trying to say he was on a Zoom call, but he can't remember what Zoom is, so he's just like blurring out. He's like, what the hell is that? Like and like they're helping him. Like Zoom? You mean Zoom? He's like,
I'm gonna play that real quick. I was wondering what that noise was. I heard a noise earlier. I thought it was someone jumping in the StreamYard. It wasn't. It must have been you sending me that link.
Dude, this guy.
Let me play this real quick. It's only 1 minute.
That's a mask.
Well, that's 100% a mask.
I did a whole video.
What the hell?
Zoom. All I see every time I think of Zoom, that's throwing my generation. Who's zooming who? Let me answer the question. The answer is that I had a long meeting with my team and what they're doing. We were there 2 hours after the train was down. 2 hours. I've spoken with every single major figure in both Pennsylvania and in Ohio. And so the idea that we're not engaged is just simply not there. And initially, there was not a request for me to go out, even before I was heading over to speak. So keeping very close tabs on him. Sir, California, sir.
Dude, I just find him so odd.
He's definitely odd. It definitely looks like a mask. It's like all tucked into the shirt. That's why it's.
Yeah, I don't know if that's his skin tightening or I don't know, man. It's fucking bizarre looking.
Shout out to the chat, man.
He says, "What the hell?"
With the Zoom, he was on Zoom. He said,
What the fuck?
Yeah, he zoomed in from the Ukraine.
"Yeah, I'm with you. The dude could already be dead or whatever, but they can just keep his image going until they want to remove him. Or I think what they'll do is my prediction is he'll get hurt or whatever, and you'll have Obama come with his healing hands, and then all of a sudden he might not be able to like run the country again, but you'll think he's going to be dead. And once Obama visits him, he'll be alive.
Dude, Michael could.
Michael's going to run.
Yeah,
Big
Michael
Mike.
could. Yeah, Big Mike in the house.
Big Mike with the kielbasa.
I think so.
Well, even if Biden's not dead, that ain't living, as far as I'm concerned. But Drew's broken me. I'm no longer able to. I can't even watch the news. I can't even read articles anymore. I was a news junkie when I first encountered the Chalk Body Outline Discord. You've won, sir. I'm just no longer. I can't even process it. I don't know what the
It's
fuck's
hard
going
for
on.
me to do it too. It's just like sometimes you got to get in there. I think, but if
You
you're
try
trying
to find these like more obscure forums and stuff, but the more you stay in them, like they get taken over by people that are kind of stuck in the same. Like GLP is a great example. Like 2 years ago, you could find something interesting. Now it's like just mainstream headlines.
it's just politics. It's not even like conspiracies anymore or anything. It's just straight up TV news politics.
Well, and real quick, sorry, Croco. Catch Croco on Odyssey. Search Davey Croco. I'll just go to you for my news, I guess. You and Trooper Cop, but please go ahead.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I think it was I was like on there earlier looking up something, and someone actually wrote a post on there like, "Has this thread gone to shit?" or something like that. Basically, like they wrote a whole thing on how terrible it's gotten.
Like the whole forum.
Yeah, I think they took it down.
The GLP, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, GLP.
Yeah, I never went on there, but I saw it in Drew's tabs enough. I figured, well, Drew's whatever's interesting, Drew's bringing it over, so I never went myself. Godlike
It
Productions.
was legit years and years ago. It was super legit, and then slowly got worse and worse.
Yeah, like you could find like one kind of interesting story, maybe now, like if you look at it. But I was also thinking about like when you were talking about the hacking of the not hacking, but interrupting these TV broadcasts, like how far we've gotten from that to like the level of hacking there is now, cybersecurity and whatnot. Like you're seeing like large companies get kind of surpassed by these, really high level hackers. I forgot the last story I heard, but it was some company that had their basically whole corporate vault taken from them. It's even the security companies that they'll hire will end up giving out their information underneath them.
Yeah, it was all fun and games before. Now it's just
you gotta be locked the hell up and trust the company that's running your cybersecurity. Like the shit.
Yeah, sorry, my room's a mess. I think everyone's talking about. I'm doing my eBay stuff and getting that ready. But I saw that little like Galactic news interruption. I'm like, man, I've never heard of this, man. That's very rare. I feel like when I find something I've never heard of.
I think I heard about it once, but I'd never seen it. I never looked into it.
How did you find that?
GLP.
Oh,
I was on GLP, and there was a guy with a thread that said like if aliens were real, they would contact us and just tell us what's up if they were real and benevolent. And then somebody posted that video and was like, well, they did, 50 years ago, they actually did. But it's funny that it's just kind of considered to be real. There was no stories of like who did it or suspects or anything. Just going to take it at face value.
Or if if there's any following of it, if like people took it further and like made lore about it. I never saw anything like that. Just kind of like a one-time incident.
Yeah.
Like the Max Headroom story like lived on.
Oh yeah, it's infamous. Did we? Yeah, I showed it here at the beginning of the show, at the beginning of the stream. I was just trying to see if anyone else was trying to jump in. Any of these people that don't normally get the answer.
Yeah, I wrote in the chat like I would jump in, but like it's just expected. So I was hoping,
it's all good, man. I mean, I have like an hour to be on here or whatever. We're at 36 minutes, man.
I think I'm gonna do a stream today at like noon on to break down that whole 15-minute city thing.
Oh, I have that link up here actually right now. Or did I? I must have closed it. I did have it up. The Cleveland you're talking about?
No, just the idea of the 15-minute city, but I'm sure did Cleveland test one out?
I think they're at the forefront to actually do it. Let me see.
You know, the people that are behind it make claims. I've seen articles like, can Cleveland become one?
Yeah, they have a plan actually.
Yeah.
It isn't known as a walkable or bikeable city. That's basically what it means, right? You're within 15 minutes of everything, so you don't need a car.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of went into the history of it, and it looks like it's kind of this socialist utopia idea. You know, everything's great, but you're in your little zones, so you could go to zone 1 to zone 3. I don't know.
Remember that movie with Justin Timberlake?
Which one?
There's
so many greats. What?
Well, he only had one, I felt like, though, anyone ever saw it. It's called In Time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, there was like zones, like you're just exactly what you're talking about. So you were in zone 1 or whatever, and you had to pay a shit ton of money to go into the next zone 2, and then zone 3. You had to pay more and more money to keep going into these different like zones. So that basically only the super elite would be able to like travel freely between all these different zones. Where if you're a commoner, you're just stuck in your little zone 1 or whatever. You would never have enough money to do. Well, in that movie, it's time. It's not money. You just get time. It said on that previous link here, when we go back to it, it says they're trying to make the streets look more like Copenhagen. Oh man, look at a lot of these. You can't
I'm sure this is a very nice part of Cleveland, I'm assuming.
Well, that's the plan, I guess. It's not even done yet.
It's gonna be in the hood.
And then you're just more like entrenched in your small little zone then, I guess, right? Is that the end game of it? So it's like
the point of it is like this is gonna really shorten emissions because you're not using a car. It's gonna help with quote unquote climate change, and they use all of these ideas, but basically you're in a self-contained neighborhood. It's just it's a weird idea to me. It's something I wouldn't want to be in.
Hey, I think there was somebody backstage, but I'm not sure.
I don't know who that is. I'm kind of weary of that one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't see a face. If you want to cam up and show your face, I'll bring you in. If you don't want to show your face, like in the past,
this is the main channel, so Drew's got to.
Yeah, you never
have to, but yeah.
One of those shows when I had Paul was on, I don't know if you guys noticed it, I brought this guy on. I didn't realize he was on a green screen, and behind him was like some dude, like some guy with his ass out or something like that.
Oh,
so shit. I brought him up and I instantly dropped him out because I didn't realize that's what his background was. So you get bozos that want to do stuff like that when you have this kind of open panel.
Indeed.
You got any thoughts on these 15-minute cities, Benton?
Yeah, it's great if that's a free choice and people want to live in the downtown of the city and walk to everything. It's wonderful if that's a free choice, that some people do make that free choice. But yeah, as far as forcing people into it, I'm not into that, obviously.
I mean, look at they show this picture of like a utopia. What's gonna stop like the criminal element or panhandlers, beggars, all that stuff from just like flooding?
Yeah, well, that looks like downtown Austin to me. So, I mean, we're already doing this on some level.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the plans of some of them, they all look like they're gonna be the greatest and best places to ever live. Like, and a lot of them are just art. Like, it's not even nothing's built. It's all artwork. Yeah, you get plans like this. You'll see blueprints.
I think
And
Jacksonville has some. I don't know if it has anything to do with a 15-minute city, but they do have something about like redesigning the downtown. See if I can figure that out. If maybe it has to do with that.
now, like, they'll try to attribute it to like very, very old ideas of people that just wanted to leave large cities, and like that's not what this idea is. Like, oh, people just want to get away from the pollution of the city, so they move out to this area. That's not the same thing as like you're building a community with only a certain amount of people that can live there in their respective zones. And like, as dumb as it sounds, like there was like this like very young girl that was at like one of these I guess rallies or support rallies for this, and she was like, it would take longer for me to get to this other zone by car, say if I had to take a car through like around the zone, than if I actually had to drive through normally. I would be actually burning up more emissions if your goal is to clean up the world with these things. I don't know what their plan is with just to keep the fear mongering with the climate change. We've heard of climate change lockdowns, so I mean they have a bunch of ideas behind that too.
Do you guys know who this is? Smash TV. I've never heard of this person.
Smash TV.
Yeah, he's like acted like I'm supposed to know who that is. I told him just leave. Don't waste your time. I'm not going to bring you on. Sorry, dude. Maybe another time.
No.
Maybe on the backup channel, I'd be more willing to risk it.
Let's see. He says he has a channel. Let me see. Hey guys, it's me. Guy for Smash TV, dude. You guys don't watch me? All right, he's got 4,000 subs. Oh, red pill to black pill.
Uh-oh.
Is it a black guy?
I doubt it.
Looks like he's into the panels.
What's going on with these panels, Davey? You're not down with them?
Dude, I mean, I wish I could stop you, man, but
Ben's all about it.
You gotta go on your own path, man.
Why would you stop me from it? I'm trying to open my panel gland, bro.
No, if you're doing your panels,
decalcify your panel gland.
But like, there's just some of the people that are in that world that are.
Well, you don't have to let them in.
They're not good people.
You don't have to let them in.
I just don't want to see. I just don't ever want to see you specifically 10 hours.
Oh, I never
getting into this lifestyle.
Dude, 4 hours and I'm wrecked. When I stand up, I'm like, oh, I feel like, it's just so brutal to sit.
I mean, because I'm just like, I'm thinking of these guys, 15 hours, never leave the chair. Like, where are they shitting? Where are they showering? What are they eating? Like, what?
Let's ask Benton. He does them that long.
But he's in the truck. He's driving. He's doing stuff. Like,
okay, where's Benton? Benton, you here still?
He had like a CB call, I think. Rosebud.
I saw the clip where he hit the dog.
Oh, I was watching. Dude, I was on with him.
You were on there, yeah. And then Benton is driving down the highway and he smashed a dog or coyote or something. And he's just very casually. Well, Stephen David clipped it out. Let me bring it up. I think you got to see it.
I'm like, damn, that's
PETA might be after me. I don't know if I can show that. But you just hear a thud.
Yeah, that's the Owen move right there.
Running over. Are you getting Jim Bob on your show?
He won't give me a yes or no. He's been talking to me for 5 days. He could be trolling. He could be trolling me at this point.
Maybe.
But like, why talk to me for 5 days and not just say yeah or no?
Do you think that that's a real beef or it's just contrived?
No, there's no way it's contrived.
You think it's real? I don't know. I haven't really followed it. I just
You
seen.
wouldn't break the audience like that for this long. Like lose viewers, lose subscribers.
This is what the North Bank looks like
I
now.
don't
There's
think so. This is Ben hitting the dog. They did news coverage. They got him.
I'm just looking. I'm trying to see more of these plans for downtown Jacksonville. I don't know if it does have anything to do with that 15-minute city or not, but they keep talking about they're gonna like revamp. See that building there? That's a crazy looking building. The Wells Fargo building. It looks just like the
Trump Tower.
Well, it looks like the what is it called? I can't think of the word now. It's Fermilab building. Let me pull it up.
Oh yeah.
It's like Fermilab, but it's a
bank.
Wells Fargo. Just right in the middle of the downtown Jacksonville. Pretty weird. It's a very weird city too when you go downtown. It's very very masony. Like, I mean, all places are, right? But this is like extra masony.
That's why you moved there, right?
I mean, this was the only place that would take me without
the thing.
Literally flying down there and looking at the homes. These people all wanted me to fly down and do a tour. I'm like, I'm not flying down to do a tour. Just rent me a place. Like,
yeah, it's like 2023. Can I just fucking give you some money and I'll live there?
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars in a plane ticket and then rent a car, and a hotel, and all to look at a place for 5 minutes. So the only place that would rent to me that was this place that I'm at now.
Guaranteed, if you did it the other way, you wouldn't have liked the place. It would have been a failure, you know.
Yeah, I was at the point though where I was out of time too, so I was like, well, I need to just take what I can get at this point. But I've got a very nice place.
Dude, that's sick.
The rent's pretty high, but it's nice, and I'm not too far from the beach.
Dude, I got the bug when I visited there a couple weeks ago. I was like, damn, I want to move back down here.
You're gonna be a Florida.
I was born there, man.
You're gonna be a Yankee, another Yankee down here. We don't need no more Yankees down here.
I'm an original.
See, this looks like they're not calling it a 15-minute city, but it looks like that's what it is. It's all these condominiums, and
but there's also a difference between like the 15-minute city and the damn, that sounded like retarded smart city. Like that could be a plan.
Wouldn't it be eventually though? It would be one and the same, wouldn't it be? It would be easier to make it a smart city once it's all super condensed into one area.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be building all kinds of stuff down there. But yeah, you go down, excuse me, downtown Jacksonville, there's just Freemason Lodge on every corner. You're down these like literally like driving down residential roads in the middle of a road. There's like a Freemason Lodge. It's like, what the hell is that? It's very weird.
You're saying you didn't stop in? That's what you're saying?
No, never. But it's like a Navy town too, you know, there's a lot of Navy. So I don't know. It's cool. I like it.
They say the market of smart cities will grow to 700 billion by 2030.
What's up, Benton?
Oh, I'm still in trucker limbo. I had to try to take care of some business. It's just getting crazy, man. So
yeah, I think Ben just straight up stole this truck and then he's driving around and he's acting like he's delivering shit. But you never see anything delivered, picked up.
Hey, if anybody knows how to disable the GPS tracking, I might just take this motherfucker.
Dude, I don't even think they would know if you took it at this point.
Dude, truck driving is the industry is just in complete shambles. It's hilarious at this point. Apparently, I had an appointment at 6 a.m. this morning, but nobody bothered to tell me. So, yeah. What else could I do but laugh at this point? But anyway, I don't want to make the stream about that. But
well,
the whole,
let me ask you, Benton, what do you think about these panels? You've been doing them hard every day. If you guys like the panels, go subscribe Benton 668 on YouTube. But you've been going hard on the panels.
Yeah, I get bleary-eyed if I look at the screen too long, but I enjoy the conversation, and I feel like I am challenging myself and I'm working on my skills. because I am really just better at soloing. But I can't get a word in edgewise generally. And it's not, I don't really consider it my show or my channel. You know, I think it's out, whoever wants to show up and participate.
What's the optimal number of people you want on the screen at once? Because at some point it gets out of control.
Me and one other person.
No, but I'm saying for the panel, Drew.
Oh, yes, Drew. Okay.
For me, you're saying? I kind of like 4. I like 4.
Okay. Yeah. That's doable.
Yeah.
When there's
3
8,
or 4. Like we got 3 here. That's pretty good.
Well, we kind of people on the screen. And you don't know any of them.
Yeah, it's too much at that point. I feel like
nothing's gonna ever get debated or sorted out or talked about. Someone told me yesterday, like, "Oh, I've never been in a YouTube debate." They got like all up in arms because I was I made that video just covering the Owen Jim Bob thing, just cracking jokes, and the guy that was moderating it, I was like, there was no need for him to be there. He's just a degenerate smoking a cigarette. Just a throwaway joke. But I guess that ended up being Andrew from the Crucible. And like I got all his fans like going to show and debate him about it then. And I was like, it's a joke, dude. Then I was in a chat yesterday. Everything was fine. He said, "What's up?" So
well, and real quick, what we went through with Provo Kid, you know, people just have this assumption like, oh, you guys need to get on the screen at the same time and hash it out. But I really didn't want to talk to him at that time. I was kind of off on my own thing. But I think it was better for the stream that I just dropped off and he came on and he just said what he had to say. Like, I think that was more compelling. So I don't think it always has to be this thing where Croco's in a box and I'm in a box and EBT's in a box and I'm cranky and me and EBT, maybe I went off on EBT in the chat or whatever. Like, the drama is one thing, but I don't think, just my opinion, I don't think it always has to be that. And go ahead. Sorry.
No,
real quick, I like the part where if somebody has some sort of reaction to what I'm saying and they have a channel, I think it's cool when they play me 1.5x me, pause me, respond. Like, I really enjoy that. If my laptop hadn't died, I'd be doing more of that. I like that part of me personally.
Panels on panels is what you're saying.
Yeah, or just me being able to pause it and make points and then play it again. And I really like when people do that to me. So that's the part. I know you guys enough. We have a rapport, but just random bozos in Brady Bunch squares, I'm not into it.
So Drew, you were originally you wanted to do a debate channel.
I kind of kicked the idea around. I didn't necessarily want to do it, and then
you wanted to do a debate channel, and then so the panels are more of just like an open conversation, or do you want it to lead to a debate of some sort?
I just want to tell somebody that somebody else was talking shit about them, and then they fight. Like Davey Benton was talking mad shit about you earlier. He was calling you all kinds of names, man. You better call him out, dude. Look at this shit. I'm on to something here. Look at this. Joe Biden will be 777 days in office on March 8th, which is the anniversary of the MH370. I didn't know that either. So I'm on to something with this 3.8, man. And then that's the day from the day I registered my URL. That's 7.
Be right back.
Yep. 7,779 days from the day when I registered my URL.
Ben, bring that motherfucking truck back or we're going to have the fucking cops on your ass. You know they're calling him up. Shit. Dude, you might be actually onto something.
I'm onto something, bro.
You could be getting into gematria, some Jew math at this point, but you may be onto something.
Wait, from then, Donald Trump, wait, what does this say? Donald Trump reportedly tested positive for COVID, blah, blah. From then till March 8th, 2023 is exactly 888 days. So from when Trump tested positive till March 8th, that's 888. That's 8-3 or 3/8. If that isn't enough to convince you, you have Trump testing positive 888 days before 9th anniversary of 3/8. Damn. And it's the day after the moon.
Have you already went through like March 8th history, like what's happened on that
day?
Not
really. I haven't really gone too deep into it because I've already committed to it, so it's already out there. But there's been some other 3/8s in the news. I know I was looking up like the number 38 and looking for what came up in the news, and there was like This is funny too. This actually happened in Jacksonville. Was this guy Jeff Hardy, the wrestler from the Hardy Boys? He he got caught with a DWI here, like in Jacksonville. It's like a year ago now. Yeah, a year ago now or something, but it just settled up at 38 days. License suspended for 10 years, and he was sentenced to 38 days in jail, but was given a 38-day credit for time already served.
Dude, the downfall. I know you probably seen it before, but do you remember the Sting match? Jeff Hardy versus
where he's
Sting,
fucked up.
where he's all fucked up, and Sting just has to like put him down real quick.
Yeah, they had to shoot on him. That guy went into a wrestling match high and drunk, and then they had to like pin him real quick. And the referee and Sting were in on it, and they just like put him down and pinned him real quick and got him out of there because he was fucked up.
I don't think that might have been like a TNA. Like I wasn't into wrestling at that point, but
like the bullshit league.
Yeah, it's one of the lower.
Here's the other thing: is last year that was WrestleMania 38, so we're still in the season of that. The next one's WrestleMania 39. So there's your 3-8 again.
So you're saying in 10 days this is gonna happen?
Yeah, it better. I need to win the internet, man. You want to win the internet, you got to swing for the fences, man.
Nah, dude, it's better than some of the Elvis predictions that you just have to keep switching dates on.
No, he's never switched the date, just the year.
Okay, my bad. That's kind of switching the date.
Well, he kind of, but he's stayed at the same date.
I'm still behind it. I mean, he's made connections that are just insane, so I'm not gonna knock him for that.
Here's this guy, Adair Janey. He's in the chat right now. He must be like new to the channel. He's going through every one of the like catalog videos, and he's like, "You guys don't understand. It's Satan and the Antichrist." I'm like, bro, that's what the whole fucking channel's about. What are you talking about? We don't understand this shit. It's funny though. Shout out to Adair Janey.
New to the truth. Do you think he's old to the truth or new to the truth?
He's on the path of Christ, I believe. So I would say old.
Yeah. You get some new truth or some new age, some new age ones. You know, they got it. They'll tell you what it's all about.
Yeah, Tricky Woo. I don't think it was one DUI. I think he's had several DUIs, and he's had a lifetime of like drug convictions and stuff like that.
Just say no, guys. It's not that hard.
Well, that was fun.
Truth or cop in the house. What's the verdict?
Some lady tried to schmooze me after I put my foot down, and we ended the conversation saying, I said something to the effect of, I don't know how many times I can say this. I said, I done put my foot down. Once I put my foot down, I have never changed it in truck driving. I said, I don't care if y'all got to have this offloaded somewhere and we move on to the next episode. I don't care what you got to do. Take care of it. And I hung up the phone.
Yeah.
But she did three rounds of trying to sweet talk me.
Showed that bitch.
No, well, but I said, this ain't my job. It's not my job, man. It's not what I'm getting paid for. But anyway, Pyrrhic victory.
What's the issue? They have you just sitting down on the side of the road?
Do you really want to know the whole story?
I mean, TLDR it.
These team drivers somehow fucked up the delivery. I don't know what they did, but the company, just because everybody wants to go home for the weekend, the company solved it by having me swap trailers. I was already loaded and ready to roll to Dallas. And meanwhile, they told me, "Oh, we rescheduled the appointment Monday morning at 7." I knew we didn't have no appointment. You can't go into this place without no hard and fast appointment. So now they're trying to sweet talk me into just going. I've already went back there once without an appointment. They're trying to just get me to go there and grovel like a fucking piece of garbage to try to get to use my people skills to get the thing unloaded. I'm not doing it. And what they should have done is when they started having these problems, they should have just told me where to go and just literally have the freight taken off the trailer. What they should have done. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just pissed off, so don't mind me. It's crazy. So it's truck driving. Don't go into truck driving. Don't do it. I'm keeping America moving by sitting around Walmart parking lots and live streaming for 8 hours at a time.
Hey, man, it's your calling.
It's what?
It's your calling.
Yeah. Well, now I just feel bad because I chewed somebody a new asshole that probably didn't deserve it, but I don't know what to tell you.
Tell her to hash it out with you and make a panel about it. Get her on the station.
Yeah, say, ma'am, have you ever had a desire to be in a Brady Bunch square on the screen? We can have you on. We can have you on Chalk Body Outline. Yeah, it's nuts, man.
I think you got to keep that Illumitami guy off your channel. Just too crazy, man. He's or just like in small chunks. I can only take like a very small chunk of that guy, but he'll be in there all day.
Yeah, I know. I'm working with that too. I like Illumitami, but I agree. Or just wait till everybody runs out of steam and then bring him in, like when everybody's tired.
Oh yeah, he'll still be going.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm appalled at this is the state of America, that I more or less expect that this is how it is. And when I was on my channel talking about it, that's what people were typing in the chat. Like, I have to work for myself. I can't believe anything gets done, you know. And me and Drew were talking about this years ago, literally. We were talking about the collapse of society and how people are incompetent.
Yeah, and they don't want you to get anything. No one wants to handle a problem.
Yeah, but it ends up being Benton go handle the problem.
Yeah.
And then now I got to feel like a fucking asshole for the rest of the day because I went off on somebody. But it was only after by the time we got to round 3, it was like, now you're getting both barrels. Not you, but you know.
Yeah.
Because once I say I'm not doing that, like the attempt to talk me out of something I've already made my mind up about. That's I don't know, man. I don't get it.
It's when I was at the club warehouse too. That's how like the managers, not all of them, but like towards the end, the managers' style became, okay, we're just gonna sit and sip coffee all day, and then you're like the senior employee here, so you do all this. You tell these people this and keep them on track and tell them what. I'm like, fuck are you talking about? I'm not the manager. That's your responsibility.
Well, yes, and I'm pretty sure I could go run a trucking company, but I'm not being paid to run a trucking company. I'm being paid 55 cents a mile to drive a truck. So, like, what are we even talking about?
It's too much, man.
So you're gonna do a full video on the 3.8? You're gonna put together like a full theory?
And maybe because now I just saw that. That was a lot of connections there, and on that what do you call it? This thing, the MH370. That was a weird story. If you guys remember that, I mean, it was just like all day, every day they talked about it.
I know that story pretty.
That was kind of, to me, that was one of the first ones where I mean, besides 9/11, obviously, but where they just blasted you with this story like 24/7 for like, it was like weeks and weeks and weeks, nonstop talk about this plane.
I always wondered if they like did find something and just kind of just kept it like, because maybe something happened that they didn't want to know. They didn't want the public to know how the plane actually went down, so they just said they never found anything and kept it a mystery. Or is it actually a mystery? Like, oh, we just, we can't find one piece of this thing. We don't know what happened.
There was a dude, I don't know if you remember this, and I've actually looked for this recently and I can't find it anymore. There was a dude that had a theory where somehow he used this shark tracking database where they had these like, there was like equipment on sharks in the ocean and you could track them or something. And he somehow used this shark tracking equipment and triangulated the area that he thought that the plane crashed in because the sharks kind of converged in this area. And it was super interesting, but now I can't find that anymore. If anyone knows how to find that.
Yeah, I remember someone had a theory. I forgot what island it was, but they said they matched the numbers of the plane, and it was it was parked off the coast of someplace.
See, that I would believe that somebody steals the plane, and then they just say this, and then meanwhile some banker or somebody's just, no, that's his plane.
See, this person's talking about aliens. I don't like when people start bringing aliens in.
Yeah, you don't have to bring aliens into it. That's kind of silly. But the date here, I gotta even double check this because this is just I'm taking this on face value. That this really is the 777. Let's do it. What date was the? Just do it. We'll do it live. Because I hate to like have this out here and then it's not even the date. So it's MH370. Let me do this, and then I'll probably shut it down. I gotta do my damn eBay. Oh, it's what date? It was on a March 8th. March 8th, 2014. That's the date that it happened. That's interesting. But that can't be 777 then, can it? No way. Yeah, what the hell is this guy talking about? That's not right at all.
See, they lied to you.
Well, what are they? Let me reread it. Maybe I'm reading it wrong or something. What the hell were they talking about? I gotta go back, I guess.
Once you bring aliens into it, you gotta just go away. Gotta move away.
Oh, they're saying it's 777 days since Joe Biden was president. My bad.
Okay.
So that was totally different then. What day did the president get sworn in? It's like January 20th or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
If you believe he's actually the president.
2020, what, 1? It would be. I don't know if this is actually the right date, but let me. What day was Joe Biden sworn in? Let me look that up.
It's got to be the 19th, right?
Let's see. Year 20th, 2021. So, so when you add that date, when you count the end day, it's 778. So they must have it where they didn't include that date in the calculation. See, I think you got to include it though. But I also said like this could happen the day before, a couple days before, maybe even 3/6, where he starts to get sick or something like that, and then.
But she comes in on Women's Day.
On 3/8, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe she's given temporary powers or something, but then they swear her in on that date or something like that.
Dude, if she comes out full neck gills again, I'll fucking go in with this theory with you.
It's Melania Trump under the mask, really. The white hats are in control.
Arrests imminent.
Yeah, the storm is here.
Sealed indictments.
Definitely.
I had a whistleblower guy on, and his story was so far from like a QAnon thing, you know, because they have like zero evidence towards what they're talking about or anything like that. This guy's like bringing out documents, videos, bunch of shit, and he's not trying to claim like a worldwide global cabal. He was just talking about like one certain city in a state, you know, it's much more viable than kind of this new
worldwide rings and everything. It's too much for these people to think they can solve this from their couch. They don't leave their home or anything.
They were fun, man. There's still some of them out there too, which is great for them. But like I'll see clips every once in a while. They've all turned into prophets. So there's like probably like 30 or 40.
Oh, the QAnon prophets?
Yeah, there's like 30 or 40 like prophets that, Trump was anointed by God. That's why he's going to become president to save the world. This is kind of like the new theory.
Yeah, neck gills. Oh, Kamala's got the neck gills like the Pfizer CEO. Yes.
Yep.
I guess I got to play it. I got a reptilian on the cover. I bet Davey's got that clip.
Of the gills?
Yeah, Pfizer neck gills.
I spoke to the CEO of Pfizer, Albert.
Let's see. I think this is the video, isn't it? You just got to have the right timestamp. Look at his neck. What the hell is going on there, man?
It's like that Men in Black mask when it was starting to come off.
Doesn't it puffs up at a certain point, doesn't it? There it goes. Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's how they breathe.
Yeah, this is a mother. Look at that shit. That's like those little anoles that live here in Florida, and then they get mad at you, and the little neck dewlap thing comes out.
Oh, those like the little iguana types.
Yeah, those tiny little things.
Yeah,
they think they're badass, and they start like revving at you and puff their neck out.
It is a reptile feature.
What the hell, man? Yeah, and Kamala's got that too.
Kamala had the slits though, like so. I was thinking, like, did she have like? Because the only reason I found it weird, like a couple marks, I wouldn't have found it like that odd. It's just that nobody mentioned it. Like nobody.
What in the Men in Black?
Oops, hold on. How do I make this big? See, I don't know how to operate TikTok here. There's a way I could make this big, I bet. Look at that thing.
Like
what
nobody
the,
mentions that. Like,
tab. My bad.
Like,
I wasn't on the
what's
tab.
going on with your neck? What did you have like a surgery or what happened?
Yeah, nobody says anything.
Yeah, I mean, I
Look
guess
at that shit. It's like an accordion or some shit.
JG said he'd hit that.
Ick.
I said, I don't know, man. I don't think you would.
That's a man, first of all.
Oh, geez.
she
Yeah, look
might
at
hit that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having that jawline, or at least that chin.
Cinder block chin.
Yeah, I'll take that chin. Yeah.
God, someone said that's fake. Nah, I've seen it in multiple videos, bro.
I mean, it could be just to make you think that she's wearing a mask. It could just be some mind fuck like that.
I don't think so because it didn't get that big. Like it didn't. Like not too many people like picked up on it.
I'm just all about the reptilians. Let's go back to reptilians. That's what's missing in the conspiracy world.
I'm sure there's someone doing reptilians still, right?
And I have I probably can't. How do I do this? I have videos on my phone of all these people in like masks or their necks doing stuff like that, but I don't know how to get them. I'll have to prepare a video with all of it or something like that.
I mean, we did
a robot.
What?
Could be a robot.
Yeah. Someone tried to throw a fucking TikTok JFK conspiracy at me yesterday. I'm just like, please don't.
What was that?
JFK Jr. or
no? To God, no. Thank God. No, like, it was like a young kid that said he had the original typewriter, and this would connect all the pieces. He's going to DC to give it over to the FBI.
Well, that's a schizophrenic.
I'm like, all right, let's see how that goes for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Schizophrenia. Shout out to Layla. She called it.
That is funny. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna go I gotta get on my eBay tip. I need these
go sell some shit.
I need my money. Everyone go follow Croc. It's Davey Crocco 3 at Odyssey. At Benton 668.
Davey Crocco on Odyssey. I'll be live at noon.
It was Davey Crocco 3.
What do you mean?
Just type it into the search. It comes up.
Yeah, I think you just have to type in Davey Crocco.
Yeah, it comes up.
I think that when you get the link to it, yeah, just type in Davey Crocco.
Crocco shadow bans himself. What are you doing, Crocco? Yeah, just type in Davey Crocco into the search.
Well, 3 I think comes up in the link.
See, no, just type in Davey Crocco with an EY.
Odyssey, and it'll come up. And then Benton 668 on.
Yep.
666.
If you're down with
change it to
all day.
I'll be live at noon.
Okay.
Drew will be counting his fucking millions from eBay around the.
No millions until my prediction comes right on 3-8. And I promise I won't forget you guys.
Dude, you better make a full length video so you get the full credit.
I will. I'll do it.
All
I'll do something because it's looking promising. Even if it's not, to me it's like it's interesting. What's more interesting is that the human mind is able to like find all these connections and build up a case for literally anything, and there will be some evidence for anything. So that's a phenomenon that needs to be looked into. Like, why is that the case?
Well, good talking with you, man. Hope everybody in the chat has a good day.
Yeah,
if someone wants to stop by the stream, I'm happy to see you there. Good seeing you, Ben, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace out.
Thanks, man.
Oh.